Afternoon everyone, well evening. So it's a little bit windy today. Hopefully we've got enough shelter for the bees not to get too angry as we go in the hives. Today I'm going to check these three hives for queens and laying queens, and I'm also going to possibly put some bee scapes on maybe one of the other hives, and then maybe extract some honey at this weekend. Okay, so it's been a week since I've been in this hive. Now last week I thought I heard a queen piping, so I came in the next day and spotted a virgin queen. Now I didn't have my camera with me unfortunately, but I've spotted a virgin queen in here. So I'm hoping now this week to see eggs. Okay, just nectar through and through on this hive. No evidence of a queen yet. And when I saw the queen, she was on that frame I've just had out there. We've got a lot of empty cells in the middle of this frame, and again in that one, which is a bit strange because the rest of them is full of nectar, but you've got a very clear circle almost in the centre of that frame that's empty. Okay, so I'm just going to close these girls back up. They are very calm. They're actually starting to clear cells in the middle of frames ready for a queen to lay, so that tells me that they've got a queen and she hasn't started laying yet, or she's out on a mating flight and they're expecting her back, so they're getting ready for her to lay. So I'm not concerned with trying to put fresh eggs in there at the moment. I'll give them another week. I'll see how they get on, and if they start showing signs of being queenless, getting aggressive, still no sign of eggs, then I'll put a frame of eggs in, test to see if they are actually queenless. Okay, now this is my walkaway split from a few weeks ago. I'm not expecting anything up here. However, last week again when the camera was off, I came back and I added a frame of eggs to test to see whether they had a queen or we were waiting for a queen to come back. We've got a lot of capped brood in here. No signs of, oh, we got a capped queen cell in here as well. So it looks like they might have been queenless. I can see one capped queen cell, but none others. Again, these girls aren't overly aggressive, so I'm just assuming that something happened to the queen cells, or the queen hatched and something happened to her, and now they've got one queen cell. So hopefully this will get them queen right again. Okay, so this is the mother colony for the last two colonies we just inspected. These girls should have a queen now, or nigh on. They're not as aggressive as they were last week. Good. The behaviour of these tells me we're not queen right. Right, now this is where my queen cell was last week. It's either been torn down or she's hatched and they've took it down, which means we might have a queen out on a mating flight. Right, so these girls might be queenless, but it looks like we got a lot of honey in here. So this is one of my original colonies from last year. Now last time I was in here, these were looking for a supersedure. So today when I'm checking through, I'm going to see if they've decided to create any more cells than just the two that were in here last week. That's a lot of drones. I think I'll take all that off. We've got one charged queen cell. There's no nice way of doing this, I don't believe, but I'm going to cut off all this drone comb at the bottom here. It's getting in the way. It's not needed. There's plenty of drones in here. They've got drones in the middle of frames. I just want to avoid touching that queen cell because they might be on for supersedure, and I just want to keep that. It's also a good time to check for varroa. So I've pulled out them and we've got some varroa wriggling around on some of these drones. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's, I can 6, 7. There's a few varroa. 8, 9. Okay, there's quite a few varroa in this hive. I've seen on them drone cells. I can't see any on the bees though. Oh no, we got very young larvae and we got eggs. Okay, so they've got a viable queen in here. Wow, we got a massive queen cell there that's capped. So yeah, they're superseding. There's only 2 queen cells. The fact that there's only 2 queen cells, oh wait a minute, 3, 4, 5. There's more than 4, most likely is. It's going to be a swarm. It's a capped one, so I'm surprised the queen hasn't left already. Okay, we got a few capped queen cells. So I'm going to grab, I've got a nuke, but it's got no frames in it. I'm going to grab a nuke. I'm going to put a queen cell in the grumpy hive. And I think I'll just get rid of all the other queen cells and hope she sticks around. If she doesn't, they've got fresh eggs and larvae to raise another queen, but she might stick around for them to raise another queen anyway. Right, so I've been thinking actually on my little trip to go and get this nuke. Is it even on camera? It is, right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the queen in here. I'm going to take a frame with the most queen cells on, squash most of them, leave 2, put it in this nuke, put a couple of super frames in there for now because I have nothing else, with maybe a bit of resources in. Leave the queen in here, squash the rest of the queen cells, hopefully she'll stick around, hopefully these queens will take, and I'll shake a load of nurse bees in there as well, for good measure. So I'm going to want my queen clip, so I know I can keep the queen safe during this. Right, I've got her. Queen is now in that queen cage. She's safe. I can't harm her. She's not going to fly away. And I'm not going to lose her. We have that capped queen cell. And we have another charged queen cell. Oh wait, we have a couple of charged. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squash all but 2 of the queen cells. Make sure nothing is recoverable. Now what I'm going to do is that in that, so we've got 2 queen cells, nurse bees and brood. I'm just going to re-release her in with her bees. I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to put 2 more brood frames in here, and I'm also going to stick brood frames in that box as well. Just haven't got them with me, but I will have them tomorrow. I'll get them all filled up, and what I'll do is just keep them busy until then. I'm going to give them some undrawn super frames for them to draw out. Alright, that should keep them busy over the next 24 hours. I'm going to lock these girls all up now. You know, these are all nurse bees with a lot of resources, so I'm expecting a lot of the flying bees to come back here. So I'm going to leave these girls within the same apiary. As I say, the majority of the flying bees will just come back to this colony. I'm aware of that. I want to see how this goes. We are working on the big double brood box. I'm going to go through both brood boxes, checking for queen, eggs, queen cells. Oh no, we've got 2 charged queen cells. That's the 3rd one, it's got something in it. Okay, there's a queen cup there, queen cell there. It's proper queen cell. That makes it 4. I'm just squashing that one. So I know I've got another 2 viable ones. I just need to keep count. I've just destroyed that queen cell accidentally when I lifted the frame out. Yep, there's another 2 charged. My theory behind the double brood was I shouldn't have as many swarms this year. I've squashed all the queen cells bar 2 in this top box. I'm now going to finish these last 2 frames, go into the bottom box, find some queen cells, and I'm going to move the bottom box and leave the queen in the top box. And leave 1 super per colony. Yep, there's another queen cell. Yeah, there's no sign of a queen in this top box. So my options are now to possibly, if she's in the bottom box, leave the top box as is, and leave the top box as is, move it to a new location, because it's got 2 good sized charged queen cells in there. However, I need to find this queen first. There, found the queen again. She's in this bottom box. So, she's down here on this frame. This bottom box is staying as it is. I'm going to make sure that there is no queen cells in here, and then I'm just going to essentially just do a two box split. So we have a queen in this bottom box. I'm now going to go get a queen excluder, and I'm going to put a queen excluder on the top. We've got a queen in this box, we've got 2 queens in cells in this box on the side here. I'm just going to essentially just leave split the 2 boxes into 2 separate colonies. So I'm going to quickly grab a queen excluder, and then I'll crack on with this. I've just put a box on top, an empty floor on top of a super, just to give me a bit of height to work with. So that's the box with the 2 queen cells in. The other colony's got the queen in it. I'm aware, again, these foragers are going to come back to this hive, to the big hive behind it. This isn't staying here for now. I'm going to put it over next to my nuke, and that's where it's going to remain for the time being. What on earth is going on at the moment? I have no idea. This is 2 weeks in a row with quite a bit of drama really this week. So I've gone from, I had 2 colonies coming out of winter. I bought one. I have now got 7 colonies. 3 colonies are still not quite queen right. I've just made 2 splits. And I've used up all of my equipment again this year, not fully prepared for everything. So again, lesson learned, you don't need double, you need at least triple of what you have or what you think you need. Lessons learned. Right, if you'd like this channel and want to support us, please subscribe and like this video. Any comments on learning points, please comment away. I like to learn. Second year, an interesting one again. Last year was very interesting. It started off similar to this actually, so I should have known better. Thanks very much for watching.